Today, with the warmer weather coming up, we wanted to reintroduce you to a local hidden gem called Alcova Resort. Last year, around the 4th of July, they unfortunately did suffer a little bit of tragedy, but with the perseverance and with the community support, they are in the process of rebuilding a whole brand new resort that hopefully we will see a soft open sometime this year. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But we are going to meet with one of the owners. His name is Jack, and he's going to take us on a boat tour down through the canyon, and we're going to kind of talk about the vision and what the future looks like for Alcova Resort. And I'm Derek Zarello, and this is episode 4 of Zarello Land Legacy Entrepreneurs and Property Tours presents Alcova Resort.
Are you getting a lot of out-of-state buyers now? Like, have you seen an increase in it, or?
We are. We're slowly starting to see. Well, I shouldn't say slowly. I mean, it's been kind of a consistent where we do get a lot of out-of-state buyers that are from Texas that bought homes up here because of the medical field.
Yeah.
They transferred up here, and,
Yeah.
and so we've helped them, and the land stuff has been just kind of people from everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, we've got somebody that bought some property from us from Florida.
Oh, yeah.
Bought California. I mean, even Nebraska. I mean, I know it's right next door to Wyoming, but
Yeah.
still, you know,
Yeah.
you get people from Nebraska.
Yeah.
We just recently had Oklahoma, Texas, and where was the other one? Washington. We've had some folks from Washington too. But we've got a lot of inquiries from people from Minnesota and Wisconsin, which is weird.
Yeah,
Like,
that is. That is weird.
like, oh, okay, this is kind of neat.
Yeah.
Because they understand the landscape.
Yeah, yeah.
It's colder
That's
than hell
exactly
up there.
right. Yeah.
So they get it when it comes
Oh, yeah.
to Wyoming weather. So.
Oh, yeah.
But so anyway.
Yeah. Right on.
Let's get back to the questions
Yeah.
because Tyler wasn't prepared yet.
All right. I can go faster or slower too. I just figured this is perfect.
I'm
Okay.
good. Man, if you got all day, I could do this all day.
Yeah, I know. It's a good excuse to get out and
awesome.
claim I'm working.
Very, very little cloud in the sky. I mean, Jesus.
I know summer's right around the corner.
It is.
But,
it is.
I mean, in relation to that, I think Wyoming is definitely one of the last few hidden gems in the summer-wise of just truly special, like untouched places.
Yeah.
You guys, real estate owners,
Absolutely.
you guys know that.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. You know, people come, they drive through Wyoming.
Yeah.
Because they're heading to a different destination.
Yep.
And you know, Casper is always that one stop that people make because people are heading either east or west.
Yep.
If they're heading west, they're heading to Yellowstone.
Yep.
So, but yeah, I agree. People just pass right through it. They don't think anything of it.
Yeah.
You know, when you think of Wyoming, you think of the Tetons, and that's it. Or
Yeah.
Yellowstone.
Yep.
And that's it. And
Yep.
you know, hidden gems like this. You know, maybe it's a good thing that out-of-staters don't know that this place exists.
No joke. No joke. It's definitely an internal battle. Do you want to advertise to Denver and get a bunch of traffic, or do we want to just keep it, you know, to ourselves?
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's so special. Like you said, it's either everybody we talk to doesn't know it exists and they go straight up to Yellowstone.
Yep.
You know, they needed gas or something and someone told them about the lake.
Yeah.
Or they're headed down to like Estes Park in Colorado.
Yep.
And then they just skip probably the coolest spot, you know, I've been.
Oh, it's just amazing. It's just absolutely amazing. You know, we've been in Casper for, let's see, we moved here in 2014, and one of our very first summer trips, because we moved in here in July of 2014, and our first summer trip was, you know, what is Alcova? You know, what the hell is this place? And we came out here, and you come up and over the ridge, and then you see just a red wall and blue. And
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Like, oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
This is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not just this though. I mean, because we've come out the Black Sands Beach or the Black Beach, whatever it's called.
Yep.
They have that dinosaur trail that goes up. And, I mean, there's hiking trails all over the place because a lot of it's BLM owned public land.
Yeah.
So,
There's a lot.
It's amazing.
I mean, right up the road. Have you done much time on Pathfinder too?
I've been to Pathfinder a few times. And that's a really neat area, but I mean, there's just something special
Yeah.
about Alcova.
Oh yeah, the canyon,
Yep.
the walls it's
Yep.
definitely special.
Yeah, we've driven the back way up and stopped and kind of hiked around a little bit and wandered around and seeing the canyon is cool, but this is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
This is one thing that I've never done. That
Oh, you know?
no, I've never
Oh.
boated through the canyon,
Oh,
so
right
this is
on.
going to be something that again my wife's going to be
Yeah. Oh, she's
a
giving
little
yeah.
disappointed she didn't come, but that's okay.
Well, I'm glad you said to break the boat out. Then you're in for a treat. It's a special place.
Yeah, absolutely.
One of those trips that just doesn't get old.
So, off topic again.
Yeah.
Going back on topic
Yes.
now, Tyler.
Yeah.
So, you and your brother, you've been partners with Razi for how long?
So we've been a part of the operation for. We started in 2018. We got a call up because Razi had just taken over,
Mm-hmm.
and his partner also, his son-in-law Russ, was helping him out, and they needed some additional hands,
Gotcha.
kind of to turn the place around and build a new image for Alcova.
Yeah.
So we took him up on that, and we came up, and we fell in love with it pretty quickly.
Oh,
And
man. I don't blame you.
yeah. I mean, there's so much to offer. So we started just building, implementing new ideas, and then Sam and I have been like officially a part of it for like 2 or 3 years now.
Yeah.
And yeah, we've never looked back.
That's awesome.
It's it keeps us coming back year after year, and with their expansion into dealing mastercrafts and the other boats, it just all works together really, really well.
Yeah.
Huh. But yeah,
That's awesome. That's awesome. I mean, how can you turn it down?
you really can't. I mean, we got before the old building. We obviously had the bar and the restaurant, and
Mm-hmm.
that building was important to so many people in the Casper community. If
It was.
you
It
probably know
was.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone who comes in always has a story about the lake and how they grew up here. Or,
Yep.
you meet the guys who are responsible for the no skiing in the canyon sign, or some rule around here, and they all have a story about why Alcova is special to them, or how they grew up fishing over on Sandy Beach or the Black Beach or wherever.
Yep.
So the fire was definitely hard for a lot of people, just because there's nostalgia, and they loved it, and we loved it, and it's a place like home.
Yep.
So yeah, we
What was the one thing that because I know Razi bought it in 2018 or 2017, somewhere in
Yeah.
there. And I guess that was one question that's why I kind of wanted him here too.
Yeah.
But again,
Yeah.
he doesn't want to do this, and that makes sense. Do you happen to know why he decided that this is something that he wanted to take on?
So Razi is like one of the, if you didn't know, he was a surgeon in town forever.
Yep.
But his real passion in life is kind of entrepreneurialism.
Aha.
And he loves projects. And he was actually, took over sole owner, I believe, in 2017. He was I think he's been a part of it since 2012 or 2013. He was with a team
Gotcha.
of guys, and Razi had a vision for the place that he needed to be by himself to accomplish. So that's when he took over.
Because the other ones didn't see.
Yeah, they didn't have the same vision. I mean, I'm sure they're great and whatnot, but they different vision. And Razi he loved it. He loved the lake, and so he took over from there, and brought his son-in-law on immediately.
Yeah.
But yeah, just because he has a drive for business, and he had a vision of the lake, and his dream has always been to give back to the Casper community.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
And so this has been his baby, ever since then.
I don't blame him. So since you guys started working with him in 2018, are you kind of along that same visionary quest that he's on, or have you taken what he wants to do and kind of ramped it up a little bit?
A little bit of both. So, Razi has always had the image of making it a family-friendly place where people can come out and have a good time in a safe environment, in a healthy environment, and people can enjoy themselves.
Right.
But it turned into like a big operation.
Mhm.
Before he came along, they didn't have necessarily the greatest boats or reputation and whatnot. So there was a lot of building. So how do you do that as like one guy?
Yeah.
So you put together, in my opinion, a pretty great team of like-minded individuals who wanted to had a similar vision.
Mhm.
And everyone brought something to the table of how it's going to improve and how we could do that.
Right.
So it's been his vision all along, Russ's vision all along, and then I think we all have a different aspect that we could add
Yep.
to it.
Yep.
Like I said, we have a bunch of new upgraded boats for the past few years now.
Mhm.
Our restaurant was a pretty welcoming place that everyone enjoyed to go. The bar was great. And just the community, I think, really enjoyed
Yeah.
what he's done with the place.
Yep.
So yeah, we'll keep working towards that, and especially with the new building, we're hoping to bring some of the old building back, along with kind of things that we've always wanted to implement, but not necessarily been able to in the past.
Gotcha. So that's kind of interesting. How are you bringing something back from the old and turning it into the new? What are the ideas? And you
Yeah.
don't have to.
Yeah.
If this is top secret, and we
Yeah.
can't tell people yet. Then I get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of interesting. How there's the
Yeah.
idea
Yeah.
of doing something like that.
So it's important to us. I won't give too much away, but like I mentioned earlier, for so many people in Casper who've been here their whole lives,
Yeah.
it's been kind of a second home to them.
Yep.
So we have to make sure we bring that homey feel back to them, along with being able to move into 2024 and the modern design, modern building.
Yep.
So yeah.
That's awesome. What kind of services did you guys offer prior to, and are there any hints of new services that may be a topic of discussion for the future?
Yeah, so in the past we've done our boat rentals. We do all the docks. We have the bar, the restaurant. We do kayak tours,
Oh, wow.
which are pretty great. You go all the way up in the canyon and enjoy your trip back. It's nice because the river kind of pushes you.
Huh.
We do have some things in the work for the future. I can't say too much because we'll see. There's a lot going on, but we definitely hope to impress a lot of people with what we're going to be doing here.
That's
moving forward. But yeah, definitely big plans. It never stops.
That's awesome. That's good to hear, because you do have to kind of evolve with the times. You can't just, because people, unfortunately, when you start giving them stuff, they want more and they want more and they want more.
Yep.
So it's having to think outside the box. It's like, okay, so this is what we did 5, 6, 7 years ago. How are we going to continue to move forward into the future and offer those same things plus then? So
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I'm going to mention something because Razi had brought it up to me, and if we need to, we can cut it out.
Yeah.
So there is talk of, or he had mentioned to me that he bought some tract of land up kind of a little farther west of the marina or the resort. And the idea was to put like little sheep herder wagons and rent those out. Is that something that I'm not supposed to talk about? Or is that part of the plan? Or has that kind of, that might not work thing?
It's on the agenda for sure. It's one of the things we're looking at. There's definitely it would have been expedited if we still had the building and didn't have to start rebuilding. But it's something that we're working on building towards this summer.
Yeah.
Still for sure.
And if that's something that we have to cut out.
Yeah. I'll talk to Razi and see what he wants, if he wants it in there. But it yeah, it's definitely give you a unique experience.
I think that's a great idea.
Come together. Yeah, it's the vision's there. The piece of land overlooks the entire lake. It's so beautiful.
Yep.
Up there.
Yep. I've been on that piece of property, and it's just.
Oh, he took you up there?
And when I first got into real estate in 2018, that was one of the first properties that I had listed, and we worked and worked and worked and just couldn't get it sold, and then like 2 years later, Razi ended up buying it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he didn't have that vision at that time.
Yeah.
And you can see the evolution of his vision. So
Yep.
but yeah, we need to cut that out. He didn't necessarily tell me that in secrecy.
Yeah, I don't. It's not a secret. It's just something I don't know if he wants people to get their hopes up about yet or not.
So it's a possibility.
It is a possibility.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's something we've been kind of game planning, and we have blueprints and whatnot of what we want to do.
That's cool.
And how we want it to look, and I think it's going to be it'll be super like modern, but it'll also make you feel taking it back time to the Oregon Trail, which didn't go too far from here.
I think that's such a good idea. I mean, there's what better way to utilize a piece of land out here in such a beautiful area than to give people that type of experience, and I mean, there's so many things that you could do with that, not just, the wagons or whatever. You can do so many other things and offer so many other services.
I don't think a lot of out-of-staters realize that like Wyoming is still like the true West, and you get real cowboys and the real experience out here.
Yep.
And I hear it all the time when people drive in. They're like, oh, I saw cowboys out there, and it just blows their mind that they still exist and it's still a thing out here. So being able to give them some kind of authentic Western experience, I think people would really enjoy it.
Oh, man, they would really dig it. But the one thing, speaking of that, I had I was standing in line at one of the gas stations, and this gas station had just a bunch of stuff. You could buy souvenirs and all sorts of stuff. And the one thing that they had was lassos, and there were people buying up lassos. Man, this is authentic cowboy lasso. I'm like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
But you keep thinking that.
Yep, the cowboy hats. Yep.
And some of the clientele from out of state, they well, can you tell me about Casper? And what do you guys, what do you ride horses all the time? And then I tell them that we have not one but 2 Walmarts, and it just absolutely blows their mind. It's like, what do you think Wyoming is?
Yeah.
I mean, we're not stuck in the 1800s.
Yeah.
Obviously, some people think we are.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Yep.
But to offer those types of services to those kind of people,
that's they love
awesome.
It's fun. About once a summer, we help. We're out on a few ranches around here, and build good relationships, and we'll take their horses in all the way and ride them around the property, and people love that, get a kick out of it.
That's awesome.
Take pictures with them.
That's awesome.
So,
people love that kind of stuff.
They do.
It's nice that you guys can offer something like that and give them that kind of experience, because here's the thing, that's one thing that they're going to remember.
Yeah.
They're going to take that back to wherever they came from and say, man, you should go out to Casper, you should go out to this place. And it's all word of mouth advertising.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's kind of the whole point of this here too, is utilizing the power of social media and getting the name and getting the word out there that we're not just a hole in the ground, or we don't just have water. We're
not a flyover state.
Yeah, exactly. You can't just pass through. I mean, there's other things that are significant to Wyoming, and this is just absolutely gorgeous.
I was gonna ask you, first time on boat coming up the canyon.
Man,
what's your first reaction? What do you think? It's pretty cool.
I may have to throw you overboard. Tyler will just take the boat. We'll just stay out here, because this is amazing.
Oh yeah.
This is just absolutely amazing.
Oh yeah.
It's, there's not a lot of places that you can jump on a boat and head down something and see something so beautiful.
Yeah.
This does remind me. This is the waterway of or the water equivalent to Wind River.
Yeah. Yeah.
Driving through Wind River is just absolutely gorgeous.
Yep. Yeah.
I love that drive. I know it's such a short drive, but oh man.
Yeah.
It's just gorgeous. and it's, I mean, very, very similar to this.
Yeah, Wind River is just spectacular area. But like you said, this pretty has its perks too. But what's pretty sweet too about like Alcova is it never gets overly crowded.
Which surprises me.
Which is surprising. Yeah.
It really surprises me. The amount of people that are in Casper, bar none, Evansville, and Douglas and Glen Rock, you would think that everybody would be like, man, we gotta go. And so that's kind of surprising.
Yeah. Well, what surprises me too, and I still think Alcova's well known. Again, good or bad, you cut it out later depending on who you want to know. But I mean, Glendo is blown up and is so popular with a lot of outer state tourists and so busy. And the visit, what was it? Visit Casper, visit Wyoming. One of the those groups were out here last year. They'd never been here. They wanted to do all their shooting on Alcova, and they just could not believe like this was, or on Glendo, and they could not believe Alcova existed to this extent. It's just overlooked, passed by for Glendo for some unknown reason.
Well, so I think part of the reason why is Glendo is just right off the interstate.
Yeah.
So people, they don't, some will venture off the main road and go out and find hidden gems like this.
Yeah.
And some people would rather just, we know where we're going, let's just go here. And I mean, it's got what we want, essentially.
Yep.
But and it looks like steps over there.
Yeah, that does look like steps.
That is cool. Good Lord. Dock over there and just up you go.
Just up you go. See if you can climb out of here.
That's a hell of a climb, though.
Yeah.
But I think that's probably what it is. So 220 is a well-traveled highway, but people are trying to get to one point or the other, and they're not necessarily worried about what's off the beaten path.
With
Glendo being right off the interstate, that
coming right up from Denver, it makes sense.
Yep. So I mean, that's the only thing that I could really think of.
Yeah.
But I really think that people are missing out.
Yeah.
It's
special. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it really has. It really is. Good Lord. That is amazing. Have you been out here, Tyler?
Just when I was a kid. Yeah.
Been a while for you too? Yeah.
Jeez. This is crazy. Do you guys offer any jet ski rentals or anything like that?
Yeah, we got jet skis too. So we got jet skis, we got pontoons, this year we're bringing on surf boats. And then we're gonna have fishing boats, fully equipped, like Crestliner fishing boats as well. For both here and Pathfinder, which will be sweet.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so
that is awesome.
Try and get a little bit for everybody. No matter what you want to do on the lake, we're gonna have something to offer.
That's awesome. Now, is that something that we can keep in?
You can keep it. You can keep that one in. We're pretty excited about it.
That's amazing.
We're ready to launch it. Yeah.
I think that's huge. I think that's smart.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, why wouldn't you offer, fishing boats?
Yeah.
Jesus, because now you're really gonna have people coming from all over.
Exactly. It's the fishing game every year. They come in and they swear that the next state record walleye is gonna come out from Alcova.
Really?
So yeah, walleye fishing's pretty popular here and pretty popular of a Pathfinder.
What type of fish can you pull out of here?
Yeah, so
all of you anglers that don't know.
So we got walleye, and then we got rainbows, browns, and cutthroats. Are what most people are up here fishing for.
Nice.
Obviously, it's part of the North Platte River.
Yep.
So we got world famous fishing behind us, world famous fishing right above us, Fremont Canyon, and then Gray's Reef right below us. And
that's right. Yeah, I forgot about the Gray Reef.
Yeah,
that's right.
World famous. Fly fishing or spin fishing or whatever your cup of tea is. Ice fishing, but it's not winter anymore, so.
And I think that some people don't necessarily know that you can come out to Alcova and do ice fishing.
Yeah, it's not many people do it, and I don't know why. Well, again, out of the way, what we were talking about, it's cold. In the winter, it gets a little tough. Yeah, a little dicey with the roads, but people who live out here full time, so the road's always plowed.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely a thing when
That's
you know,
awesome.
we've talked about hosting ice fishing tournaments over the winter.
That would be a great idea.
Materialized yet, but
Yeah.
that's one of those goals in the future.
I think that would be a
forward.
great idea.
So
And now you're bringing in even more people.
yeah,
Man, you guys have, I mean, there's a lot of good ideas that are coming out.
yeah,
I can see why Razi decided to bring young guys up and help out
yeah.
because the younger guys or the younger generations, they get a bad rap. But
Yeah.
man, if you can find those special ones,
Yeah.
they have the good ideas, and I
Yep.
think you guys have really good ideas. There's
Yep.
2 geese sitting up on top, just hanging out. 3 geese.
Yeah.
Oh, they got a nest.
Look at them.
That's awesome.
But it's sweet. We always get a great staff out here too that we're always super proud of. A lot of returners every year.
Yeah.
A lot of people from Kelly Walsh and Natrona High come work for us, or out of even some guys at the University of Wyoming. We'll get a few of them every year, and
That's awesome.
a lot of returners, a lot of great staff. That's what
That's
most
good.
people are excited about out here. They get great service on the docks.
That's awesome.
So yeah, we pride ourselves on that for sure.
Are you guys ever hiring? Or-
Yeah, we're always looking for good help, especially if you're a good worker and you enjoy doing this and you're a happy person, we're gonna find a spot for you for sure.
Yeah. Absolutely. Because you're gonna have the bar, restaurant, and then
Both. It's a
other things that may or may not be discussed.
exactly. When in peak season with a building, obviously it's different without a building, but we usually have about 20 guys running around, guys and girls.
Wow.
So it's a full operation, for sure.
That's quite the staff.
Yeah. But everyone seems to enjoy it, and everyone seems to come back. A lot of people, at least.
Well, what's crazy is that it's from you guys open mid-May, and
Yep.
then you close
September 15th. Yeah, May 15th.
So just that
September
short
15th.
period of time, you have that many.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. It's a perfect summer job.
That's wild.
But yeah, I mean, when we're up here running around too, like we already had our first boat rental of the year this year. And they were out enjoying it at the beginning of May. Yeah, breaking in the lake. So we're always around, and we always want to get people out on the water. If they're passing through even at the wrong time, we'll work with them and get them out there and enjoy what we have to offer.
Goodness. So we're back on land now that we got back from Jack giving us a ride through the canyon out at Alcova. Right now, as some of you are aware, unfortunately there was an incident that happened last year right around 4th of July. And as it was a hard pill to swallow for a lot of not only the residents of Casper and Alcova, but obviously the owners. And here we're with Jack, and he's going to kind of show us a quick, new and improved Alcova Resort. So, Jack, what do we got going on here?
Yeah, so we're hitting the ground with our feet running this year. And we're hoping to have like a homey feeling again, like in the old building, because I know a lot of people appreciated it. But we're trying to make it a little more modern and a little more welcoming. I don't know, were you familiar? Were you ever in the old marina?
I did, yes, absolutely, a couple of times.
Yeah, so it was fun, but it kind of was sectioned off and whatnot, and kind of didn't kind of come together.
Yep.
So our goal here is to have a really open building, because we also want to do a lot of indoor concerts. We usually do music on the weekends, but a lot of times, as it happens, it gets rainy and windy out here in the evening, and nobody wants to go outside to listen to it.
Exactly.
So with a really big open venue, great place to hang out, we'll be able to do that and accomplish that, which we're super excited about.
That's awesome.
Both indoor and outdoor, we'll have the availability now. This part right here,
Yes.
on the old building, maybe you were here if you were in 2014, there used to be a big deck that everybody still talks about.
Yep.
So we're bringing, that'll be a covered outdoor deck section right here.
Oh, that's gonna
so
be
people
cool.
will be able to enjoy that.
Yep.
And then just a nice lawn area again to hang out.
That was my next question.
Yep.
What is this going to be?
Yep.
Because this could be something really, really neat.
Yeah, well, it's a $1 million view from here. So we're hoping to just a nice lawn area, picnic tables, get your drinks outside, your food, and come hang out here.
That's awesome.
So
that's awesome.
we are going to keep the tiki bar rolling. It turned out to be pretty popular last summer. Decorations aren't on it yet, but we'll get it back to where it was. for sure.
Goodness gracious.
But yeah, we're gonna have a full restaurant and bar again on the inside. And that's gonna be the main focus of it. We did have, if you remember the old building, obviously a little C-store. We're still playing with the idea. We're gonna have one, but it may not be in this building. Because the goal is, again, just kind of be a good area to hang out, and especially if you don't have a boat from Casper. Like a lot of people are here with boats, but it's still a destination you want to come out and hang out with, and you know, not have to have a boat. It's just so cool inside. It's a good area to hang out with. So.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, the old one, it was, I mean, there's a lot of history behind it and everything else, but it was very segmented off. So to have a brand new building and being able to be a lot more open and allow for more people, I mean, this is going to be amazing.
It's going to be great. The design too, in the future years, if we ever want to add additions, which we've talked about in a little bit, you know, it won't be too hard to do, which, you know. The long term won't be too bad.
That's cool. So I know, according to social media, you guys just started putting all this up, and you guys have made some amazing progress just within the last 2 weeks. When's the time frame that you're hoping? Because obviously you can't necessarily control, you know, how things are going to go. But you know, what are you looking at for, you know, total completion?
Yeah. So
on the building.
On the building, yeah, of course. We're hoping to have a soft opening on the 4th of July, the 1-year date. That's our goal. That's what we're gonna be working hard to achieve. Don't hold me to it.
No,
you know, things happen, but that's our goal. And then we'll be hopefully fully operational towards the end of the season, but for sure up and running by next year.
That's great. That's great news. I like to hear that. And you know, obviously you guys have had so much support, you know, just not only from the folks that live out here year-round at Alcova, but also Casper. I mean, the community is really pulled together and you know, really showed a lot of support to you guys. So, you know, I'm excited to see what this is all gonna turn out to be. I mean, so I do have to ask.
Yeah.
is it going to be, since it's all steel, is it going to be metal roof and metal siding?
Yep.
Oh.
That's exactly what it's
There
gonna
we
be.
go.
It's yeah, we're excited. Like you said, the community made it happen. We talked about it early. It's been Razi's goal forever to give back out here. So this is his project, his baby, and I know he's really excited to see it come through.
I'm sure he is. I'm sure he is. Yeah, this is going to be something quite amazing, and obviously, you know, once it's all done, hopefully it's going to stand the test of time and, and continue that legacy that Alcova Reservoir or Alcova Resort has had. So, you know, it's, you know, the old memories are still there, but now it's time to make some new memories.
Moving forward. Exactly, we're moving forward.
Yeah, this is going to be amazing. You know, I really appreciate it. So is there anything that the community can do, or is there any sort of help, or?
You know, just stop by and say hi. We still have our boathouse, and we're gonna have the tiki bar going. We love hanging out with the locals.
That's awesome.
Just come let us know what your initial thoughts on the building are. So
perfect. So you're still going to be up and running. To a point. Obviously.
We're planning on doing. We'll still do food on weekends. We're gonna be barbecuing down there with Biff.
That's great.
World famous Biff barbecue. Tiki bar. So we'll still have a lot of things going around here.
Perfect. So if anybody wants to reach out, you guys are on social media.
Social media, Instagram, Facebook. Great way to get a hold of us. Yeah.
Is it Alcova Reservoir or
Alcova Resort? Yep.
Alcova. I keep saying reservoir, but it's Alcova
Resort at Alcova Reservoir.
All right. Well, again, this is just amazing, absolutely amazing. And I know I brag that I get better views for my job, but I think you win. I think Jack, Sam, and Razi, I think they have better views than I do. Speaking of Razi.
Yeah, speak of him. There he is. So, you called him.
But you know, I hope everybody's enjoyed it. Jack, I really appreciate
Thanks,
it. Thanks,
Derek.
This has been fun, and keep your eyes out, keep your eyes open for more updates on the building. You know, check out Alcova Resort, swing out here during the summer months and see what they have to offer. I mean, obviously they're not going to go away, so let's continue to support and show these guys that we really appreciate everything that they've done. So You know, thank you, and stay tuned.
Yeah, the ice is off and it's lake season.
Roughly about 30 miles west of Casper, there's a place that not a lot of people are familiar with, and it's called Pine Mountain. And behind me, you can see we have fully fenced 81 acres. It also has well, septic, and solar power. The only thing that it really needs is a cabin and a shop. So let's go take a look.